Back to my dad's channel. Welcome back to my dad's channel. Welcome back to my dad's channel.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. This is Phoenix 1987-20 here to talk to you about Nintendo E3 2021. Before I get any farther with this, I want you guys to do me a solid. Hit that like button. Share this with all your friends, family, and across all your social media platforms. And if you're a non-subscriber to my channel, I would like for you guys to do me a solid. Hit that subscribe button. Then hit the button right beside it, notification bell, so you can stay up to date with my latest videos. And drop me down a comment below. So, this is my latest episode of my Let's Talk About It series. And like I said, we're going to be talking about Nintendo E3. And E3 in general. Like, I watched the E3 this year, and E3 was, a lot of people will say, including myself, was kind of weak. Microsoft had a really good showing, and I'm not even going to attempt to tap around that. And Nintendo had a great showing. But besides that, Ubisoft would probably be third in my books, but that's beside the point. I'm getting off topic a bit. But Nintendo, when I thought, okay, they're gonna have a 40-minute direct. If they do one game at every 5 minutes, that's 8 games. But they proved me wrong. And they started off with their direct straight up and forward. Super Smash Bros., you're getting this Tekken character. Bam, right off the bat. And they threw in some more DLC packages in there for other games like Hyrule Warrior Age of Calamity. They officially announced the DLC was coming out for that. 1 and 2, I believe the first one is out now. So if you're a Hyrule Warrior fan and you love the Age of Calamity, go get that shit. But that's besides the point. And then Nintendo did come and talk to us about a little bit about the Zelda 35th anniversary, and guaranteed everybody was disappointed for that. But you got to figure out the re-releasing Skyward Sword. We got Joy-Cons for the Nintendo Switch. We got a Game & Watch, which is going to be coming out featuring Legend of Zelda. Could they announce some more stuff? Yeah, they gave us a new trailer for Breath of the Wild 2, which kind of seems like a throwback to Skyward Sword, but that's besides the point. But they did announce a shitload of other games that definitely caught people off guard. Sequels that a lot of people didn't know about. Like Mario & Rabbids Sparks of Hope is a game that people were hoping but didn't expect there was going to be a sequel to. Well, that comes out 2022. Metroid Dread, which is Metroid 5 in the series. But Metroid Dread caught everybody off guard and looked really great. And we got Mario Party Superstars, which is remastered of a bunch of courses and a bunch of mini games from NES, or not NES, this N64 era, which seems dope as hell. They showed us a quick clip of Mario Golf, which comes out this Friday. They showed us Life is Strange Remastered Collection, Life is Strange True Colors, which is going to be coming to Nintendo Switch. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2, which is coming to Nintendo Switch. They even announced a game that I caught off guard was Marvel Guardians of the Galaxy, which is coming to Nintendo Switch via cloud. So Nintendo's starting to take up more opportunity to use the cloud, which some people love, some people hate. Just because cloud games are only meant to be played at home when you have a Wi-Fi internet. It's not like you can download the game onto your Switch. So it's very interesting take that they're doing that. But they announced a lot of other stuff too. And which was very neat on how they were announcing. They used a lot of popular games from that sold really well on other consoles and remastered them for the Nintendo Switch. Like Advance Wars 1 and 2 did really well on the Game Boy Advance. Then you never heard anything about it, and then pow, remastered version, Nintendo Switch. That's gonna do a pretty good number. And I thought Nintendo did extremely well. They hit all their categories that they wanted to make sure there was at least one game per gamer out there that they enjoyed. And I think Nintendo did really well. Is there a lot of other games Nintendo could announce that would probably do good? But if they went for the hardcore fans, then there wouldn't have been a lot to really announce for your casual players. Nintendo Switch is a casual machine aimed to put a console in everybody's hand. Young, old, hardcore, casual gamers, all in one. They did it. But they're not going to dedicate a console just for high performances. It's not in Nintendo's nature. That's why there was no Nintendo Switch Pro announced. Then Nintendo came out after the E3 and said, and that was North America president Doug Bowser, and saying, yes, we're always looking at new ways to get new consoles out there. We're only be coming into our 5th year here in March. We'll be starting our 5th year on the Nintendo Switch. And right now, we're not looking at putting out a new console. They put that one to rest. There's not going to be a Nintendo Switch Pro. Now, do I think there's coming out with something? Yes. Do I think it's what everybody else wants for the Nintendo Switch Pro? No. I think they're going to come out with a Pro dock, to tell you the truth. So you can beef up that so you can get your 4K. And I also think they're going to start slowly replacing all the screens so it's easier on battery, especially in handheld mode. But no matter what they do, they have to be able to run the minimal specs of a Nintendo Switch Lite. Because if you start catering to hardcore gamers, then you're going to lose your casual gamers. And guess what? Profits ain't going to be as deep. So you want to make the most profits, you cater to everybody. But that's besides the point. Like, what they released in their show was awesome. And like, we're getting a Sonic's Color. That is a good game. Or it's gonna look like it's gonna be a good game. And I know Nintendo didn't announce it, Sega did instead. But that's a really good jump start. And like, we have like, what did they also show? 2 Points Campus. Which is, if you're a 2 Points fan, you're going to really enjoy this game. But if you're not a 2 Points fan, it may be something you want to try out, see if you like it. It's a neat style. But I think this year Nintendo did a really good job with their E3. They catered to everybody. They didn't go, we're just going to aim this E3 at hardcore gamers. We're not going to aim this E3 at younger players. We're not going to aim this E3 at casual players. Let's aim this E3 at every gamer that we have. And yes, a lot of people want that hardcore graphics and powerful system and to compete with PlayStation, Xbox. They're never going to do that hardware wise. Software is where they do it, and they've always done it with software. When it comes to outselling their competition, and yes, Nintendo's really struggled against PlayStation. PlayStation's been a really good console for years, but people bought PlayStation for different reasons. Some bought them for the CD player, and some bought them for the DVD player, some bought them for the Blu-ray player, some bought them for the 4K players. Not everybody that bought a PlayStation per se bought them for the simple reason of having a PS something. But they've tried, and they do well in their software. And their software for Nintendo Switch has been an all-time high. Like, forget about the Wii U, and that the Wii U came out. It was Nintendo Switch that was able to push more software from different third-party companies, from their own companies, from their own developers, and they were able to do it, and they came and crushed E3. And this is just my opinion, but besides Microsoft making that huge punch that they did, and it was really good that they were able to do that punch, Nintendo came out with a freaking one-hit knockout kind of deal. And they were able to hit a lot of different fans at once. And that's what Nintendo's E3s are all about. Now, we probably won't get another Direct until August, I would say. But what they showed, and the list is so long, I can't even go and talk about each of the games because it's too long. But Nintendo's E3, I think they killed it. I really do. And this is my opinion. And a lot of people hate when I do it. It's my opinion. My opinion's just as right as everybody else's opinion out there. There's no wrong opinion. Now, will they be able to top this next year? They might. They may not. Next year they can probably announce the Nintendo Switch 2 or Nintendo Switch A or B or whatever they want to call it. Because we know that Nintendo's going to stay with the Switch format. It puts consoles in everybody's hands. But what is your opinion on Nintendo's E3? Was it a kick-ass E3? Was it a big letdown? Was your expectations way too high and you were let down by your own expectations? Or you just like the games and you don't give two fucks about what was shown? You like the games, you're gonna buy what you want, which is fair. But this is the end of my segment for this episode, so I want to hear you guys, the fans, the gamers. Did you enjoy Nintendo's E3? That is the beloved question for y'all. But without further ado, I want you guys to do me solid. Hit that like button. Share this with all your friends and family. And if you're a returning subscriber to my channel, I love you all. And if you're new to my channel, do me a solid. Hit that subscribe button. Then turn around and hit that notification bell so you can stay up to date with my latest videos. And drop me down a comment below. I love them all. Until further ado, this is Phoenix 1987-20 saying I hope you guys have a good morning, a good evening, a good afternoon. Peace.